Hey everybody, this is Jabbar Fairwell. This is touching base with you about basically a comment I heard about someday. I was listening to a podcast and they talked about someday. What does that really mean? I mean, you got a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I never heard of the word someday. And you need to have a time set for your goals, what you're going to do. And today's Black Friday, and a lot of people are standing in line for 2 hours, getting up early, 12 o'clock, midnight, 5 a.m. to go buy a TV, to go buy something they didn't really need. And I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying, but someday I'm going to pay off my credit card. Someday I'm going to get my credit right. Someday I'm going to buy my dream house. Someday I'm going to buy my dream car. Someday I'm going to start that business. But today I'm going to stand in line for 2 hours to buy something that I can't afford or something that I really don't need. And I'm saying this because I meet people who ask me for money or, Jabbar, I'm struggling, I need a job, I need this. And then there's people who have jobs and upset right now because they're at work when they could be shopping, buying something they can't afford or really don't need. The money that you spend on the TV that's 70 or 80 inch, well, you could use that to start a business. Get a fictitious name, go open up, get an EIN number, incorporate your business, open a bank account, put $500 in that account, and now you're open for business and charge people for a product or service that you had or an idea. But that's not what you're going to do today. What you're going to do today, you're going to spend about $500, $800, $1,000 or more on things that you don't need because of someday you're going to start the business. Someday you're going to do what it is you need to do to get your life in order. Someday you're going to leave the guy who abuses you, who talks down to you, doesn't help you, doesn't support you. Someday you're going to leave him after he cheats on you for the third or fifth time. Someday you're going to take your kids to Sesame Place, Disney World, or on a vacation if you take them on vacations at all. And someday you're going to spend time with your family and friends who love you, care about you. Someday you're going to find that person who's going to support you in everything you do. Stop making everything about someday. Your choices is what puts you there. My choices put me in all my situations. And I take full responsibility for it because I said someday I'm going to stop hanging around the wrong people. Someday I'm going to start my own business. And what I was doing for most of my life was working for other people, doing things to make them rich and not make myself any money. But the little bit of money I was making for myself, they used to make hundreds of thousands, even millions, which is fine because it was a learning process. And I tell people, it costs to learn. It costs to make any learn. Lessons are costing. Lessons in life are going to cost you. When I got locked up, I learned a lesson. I wasn't in there for long. I learned a lesson about being around the wrong people at the wrong time or the wrong place at the wrong time, however you want to call it, because, I was just there and they said you supported the crime. Learned a lesson about that. So I changed the people I hang around. Now I hang around positive people. I use the money that I had or was making to go pay for masterminds. I remember a guy charged me $500 to just be on the phone with him for an hour. And I was in my mind laughing because it was funny because I've already paid 10 times that amount to be with people who make millions a month, who are 38 or 28 years old, because they made a decision to make a choice. They decided not to say, someday I'm going to sell my own product. Someday I'm going to spend time in a mastermind. I'm going to spend time around people who make more money than me or people who are at the level that I want to reach. They didn't go, someday I'm going to save up enough money to go hang out with people like Dagan Smith, Ray Higdon, Mike Dilliard, or Donald Trump, or whoever it is that in your industry or your way that you want to make money. You can sit down with me and I'll tell you a lot about real estate from my experiences. And I've owned and sold my own properties in real estate. I've hang around billionaires of real estate, people who own properties. I mastermind with, people who are 28 years old with $4 or $5 million in assets. And it's not the money. That's the part that, people get confused. It's never about the money. It's about what the money allows you to do and buy. And it's not evil to be rich, because if you're rich or you have money, you can afford to lend people money. You can afford, when that emergency comes up, to help out, to the church. The church needs to fix something. You can contribute. You can write a check. Your daughter or your son or someone who you love needs you can say, you know what, I got you, I'll pay that. The other day, some lady came into one of our stores and she needed $20 to buy gasoline for heat. Everybody looked around at me. I'm looking at everybody else like, okay, not one of you guys work here. I don't have any money. But they are out there today on Black Friday shopping. Guarantee it, because they couldn't wait to get paid on Friday so they can go shopping, but didn't have any money to help the lady. She was about 60 some years old, help her with her heat bill. And I'm not saying it because I'm better than anybody else. I really don't, care about, being better or doing things better than everybody else. But, I gave her the money. Whether or not she was telling the truth, lying, indifferent, from the looks of her, I was in a better situation. I was able to help because I made a choice to not be on some day. I made the choice to be on, today I'm going to change what I'm doing. Today, I'm going to make a decision to change my life, to save money, not to go shopping on Black Friday, looking for things that I don't need or things that don't benefit me in any way other than to say, I did shopping. I bought this 80-inch screen TV because the 80-inch that you're buying today, the quality ain't that good. Trust me. It's not about, the sales. They put the sales in these big screen TVs because they realize that people want to be able to say they got a 70-inch screen TV, not the fact that they got a 42-inch that does the same exact thing, but better quality. And I've had those 42 inches that have cost thousands and you still got them to this day. Beautiful picture. But the point of the matter is, stop waiting to do something. Change your life today. Set a goal, put a date on it. Say, I'll pay off my debts, get my credit card right, live somewhere different, move to a better neighborhood, take my kids to a better school district, spend time with my children. That's the beauty of what I do, and, the things that I get to do is I get to spend time with my child. I get to take him to his shows. I get to take him every weekend whenever I have him, or whenever he needs something, I'm there for him because I made a choice. And, I ask people for help, and that's another thing you need to do. Ask people for help. And I asked a friend of mine, a lawyer friend of mine, I said, hey, should I do this? And he told me, go for it. And I asked a few other people who were in positions to give me that advice, who I looked up to. Make that choice. And if you got questions, ask somebody. You can ask me. Put a comment below and say, Jabbar, I don't know about, insurance, life insurance. I definitely learned about life insurance, having the right one. And I have friends who help you in that. I have lawyers, 19 lawyer friends who can help you from downtown Philadelphia. Accountants, have a bunch of accountants. Real estate friends, whatever the situation you have. You want to start a business, hit me up. You want to ask me about any MLM company, network marketing company, I've been in them all. And I've been part of this industry since '96. I've known it. I spent the money on it. You want to go to a mastermind with somebody, I can tell you who to go to, who will honestly help you out the whole time. But stop making excuses about your life and what you're doing. And I'm only sharing this with you because a lot of times I don't talk about my experiences myself, what I do. And it's just because I've always been the type of person that, I'm a face person. You talk to me, I'll talk to you on the phone, but I say, hey, meet me here. Let's sit down. Let's talk about what you need and create a plan for you. And that's what you need to do. Get a piece of paper out and write what you want in your life. And then write out the people who are in your life that are not supporting you with what you're trying to do. So if you want to start a business and you have people who every time they call you, they're asking you for money, that's not helping you get your business. That's not helping you reach your goals. To help you reach your goals, you need to be around people that if you say, hey, you know what, I'm trying to buy a house, they go, how much do you need? Can I help you paint? Can I help you move? Those are the people you need to be around. Because when I wanted to do some crazy stance yesterday at the Thanksgiving, I seen on there with a few drinks later, we did it. 3 people high. We stacked up, me and my cousin and uncle, got up there and we did what we were supposed to do. Have fun, spend some family time, play some games and ate some good food. And I'm thankful that I can do it. I tell people, be thankful that you got a job you hate, but now be thankful that you know what, I need to make a change, and then make that change. Because if you don't like your life and the way it is, it's not going to change all of a sudden. You're not going to hit the lottery. All of a sudden, you're not going to make $1 million unless you make a choice or a decision to change that. So for me, I'm going to work towards a lot of things that I had on my to-do list, which every day I work towards that to-do list to finish it out. Whether it's to call 10 people a day, which I do, follow up with a text message, which I do every day, a good morning, or talk to the people that are important to me that I want to be in my life. So this is not a short video. Sorry, on a little ramble, but I'm passionate about helping people get out of their rut, helping people follow their dreams, whatever it is, supporting them, introducing them to people who do the things they want to do. I have a huge network of people because I've never been closed-mouthed. I always said a closed mouth never gets fed, but don't let someone shut your mouth for you. Don't let someone tell you what you should do with your life. And I've fought people my entire life about, well, why can't I say this? Why can't I do this? I challenge people's beliefs because it's not right when a person wants to ask a question and someone says, no, don't ask that question, or we don't do that here. What does that mean? If someone says, oh, I think outside the box. Well, why are you thinking from a box in the first place? What's a box? That means you're not thinking outside of the box because you've always been in the box. But right now I'm about to go look at this house, this property, show it to somebody. And, one of those days that someone told me, Jabbar, you should do real estate. I said to him, and it was a cousin of mine, I said, well, I don't know. I'm going to college. I work at UPS. I'm a supervisor at UPS. And what ended up happening, just so you know a little bit about me, I ended up not working. I ended up, moving to another job, another company. And guess what I had left? Real estate. I ended up with 11 properties that I had, and that helped me get ahead. And I've been in real estate ever since, about 2003. And I do it every day, every week, help people, and I love it. And it's always been a passion of mine to help other people discover about real estate or starting their own business. That's another thing I tell people, get a name of a company. I don't care what name it is. Mine's probably I have a couple, but one of them I'm working on now is Fairweather and Associates. And just do that. Get a fictitious name, go online, whether it's to Google, incorporate or fictitious names of your state. It's $75 or $99, whatever it is, and get your own business, your own name, your company. When people write you a check, the check will be written to Fairweather and Associates, blah, 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 consultant fee, which in parts of my life I've charged up to, $5,000, which was cool when I was doing real estate really heavy. Be able to charge someone $5,000, they was gladly to pay it because I was giving them such a return on the deals that I was doing. And now, I show people houses, still get paid from it, part-time. Just enjoy your life because you only got one. It's not like you can do this over. You only live once. And if you don't love what you do, or at least like what you do something else, because tomorrow is not promised. This is Jabbar Fairweather. Have a blessed and great weekend. Enjoy what you're doing, and just be thankful for the time that you have with your kids, the time that you have with your family, the good food I hope you got to eat yesterday, because I ate some good food, man. I tell you, it's good. All right, I'm out.